What's up, friends? Welcome into the DLLS Cowboys podcast. Jerry had some stuff to say. That's what he said. We'll dig into that and things from Schotty. Players on the way back. Trade deadline rumorooskies. It's a whole slate for you today, and it starts. Meow. What's up, friends? Welcome into the DLS Cowboys podcast. Please, if you could, hit the like button on your way in on YouTube. We sure would appreciate it. And we're here to talk Dallas Cowboys football with you as we are every single day. Well, 5 days out of the 7 of the week anyway. Welcome in. My name is Jeff. I'm next to former Cowboy wide receiver Jesse Holley.
Oh, Jesse Holley went 77 yards. It must be a reality show.
I got nothing today.
And he's next to the greatest beat writer in the history of your Dallas Cowboys, Mr. Clarence Hill.
I want to see you thrust.
Yep. There you go. And we're here. I'm going to throw the first topic of the broadcast today to you gentlemen because I'm tired. But everybody, a lot of people are seeing a quote from Jerry Jones in the Wall Street Journal and losing their minds a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
If you'd like, I can read the part. I'm not a subscriber to the Journal. I only have so many funds for websites, and I'm a DLLS diehard.
Yep.
I do that.
Yep.
And I'm part of the YouTube supporters club,
Yep.
and that's where I spend my money. So I have no context to give you. I just have a quote from a Wall Street Journal article where they were talking to Jerry Jones, and I quote, "Ahem. There's $100 billion present value with gas out there. That's why I'm talking to you on the telephone rather than trying to fix our defense with the Dallas Cowboys. There's $100 billion present value with gas out there. That's why I'm talking to you on the telephone rather than trying to fix our defense with the Dallas Cowboys." Just quote. I'm just reading it. Just reading a quote.
It's Jerry being Jerry. And people have gotten so up in arms about that quote.
They have.
And clearly it's Jerry being tone deaf. But, Jerry likes to do that. Is it called self-deprecating humor?
Yeah, but that's not self-deprecating. Self-deprecating is talking bad. Well, okay, because the Cowboys' defense is bad.
Yes, he's self-deprecating about himself and the Cowboys and the defense. He's taking shots at his own defense.
Right.
And I got a good one there. That's a good joke. It's going to be a good quote for your article. And it was a great, and they used it high. It was a great quote for the article. But you're tone deaf of the sensitivities of Cowboy fans, the state of the Cowboys nation. People don't like it. And I'm like, why are you mad now? This is who he's been. This is who's always been. Somebody tweeted about that. Why are you surprised that Jerry would make a quote like this? And in Jerry's defense, as I'm carrying the water.
So, well, hold on. Let me put on my water hat. We're going to be carrying water.
Carry
that water, baby.
There you go, John. Come on.
Oh, yeah, we got some more.
We got
Clearly,
logo.
All I do is carry water.
Go get that logo out of there.
Oh, yeah.
Free rides.
He's saying he will say, I was on the phone. I wasn't there in sight because I'm making phone calls to help the defense. I'm trying to trade, which he said on Sunday. We're going to do whatever we can to help the team. And he can, in the next sentence, with a straight face say, yes, I'm trying to improve the defense. I'm trying to improve the team. There are reports already that Jerry's going to add somebody, right? So I wouldn't be surprised if they did add somebody. I wouldn't be surprised if they did try to improve the defense. But for this article, for this moment, for this interview, that was Jerry being Jerry, thinking he had a good one-liner that everybody going to eat up. Oh, listen to Jerry. Jerry said it again, glory hole. Just because I said it don't make it so. I mean, he has a litany of classic one-liners that we go off on. What are you surprised about?
Circumcised mosquito.
All that circumcised mosquito, all everything.
I want me some glory hole.
I'm lower than a pimple cricket's butt or whatever else. You know, he got a million one-liners.
Triple cricket's bottom.
Yes, that's what he does, and certainly again tone deaf. Didn't read the room. You know, when a bad jokes hits, it just didn't hit right.
Oh, that was a bomb. He bombed that stand-up comedic attempt right there. My grandmother used to have a saying that in every joke, there's some truth.
Oh, no doubt. Yes. As my old folks say, many truths are told in jest.
Yeah. And so, you know, I think and this is the part where, and this is me I'm not attacking the older generation.
I'll do it.
But
you right in my rear view mirror, okay? Rear view mirror.
But sometimes, you know, when you get up there in age, sometimes you think you're just talking you and them.
Yeah.
You're not thinking that this is gonna go viral.
Yeah,
you're just having a conversation with the person on the other side of the phone.
But Jerry knows it's going viral. Jerry knows what he's doing.
This is as tone deaf. This is as poor of a job reading the room as he has had in a long time. It's one thing if your team 6-2, if your team wasn't at the your defensive team wasn't at the bottom end of almost every single defensive category that there is in the National Football League. You have a fan base that was coming off an off season dating back to the end of the year with Michael from Pittsburgh.
Right.
As apathetic as many people has ever seen the Cowboys fan base. You trade your best player, and some feel like it was the right thing. Some feel like it was the absolute wrong thing. It is proving to be the wrong thing because your defense is so bad.
And the only people who think it's the right thing is the people that siding with you. So there's people in your corner.
But to have a comment like this, and I've told this to all of our fans in many, many different formats and occasions, you're victims. And I apologize that you're And the titles for Jerry Jones aren't GM, president, owner. They don't go in that order. They never went in that order. The order has always been and will always be, as long as he has air in his lungs, it will be president. Owner, president, general manager, which means business comes first. And second. And then what time I have left over, we'll do football. And while he's joking about was it $100 billion?
$100 billion in gas.
$100 billion out there?
Billion.
That ain't no damn joke.
No.
That's real.
No, that's real.
And you bet your bottom dollar that he wants as much as he can possibly get of it. And if that means his attention is pointed that way, then that's where the attention goes. Because while there's a draft and a free agency and a draft again and a free agency and a draft again and free agency, as long as the NFL is present, you will have a draft and free agency and trades. Draft, free agency, and trades every single year. You might not have a chance at $100 billion worth of gas. I don't know how relative that will be. Is that an annual occurrence? Don't think so. So, yeah, he might have been just Jerrying.
Yeah.
But this is what he has been trying. If you watched the documentary, which we all watched the documentary.
Don't call it a documentary. The subject of a documentary doesn't get to control what goes in a documentary.
Okay.
A documentary is
the Netflix special.
Yeah, the special.
We all saw the Netflix special.
Jerry's love letter to himself.
Yes.
And from day one,
30 years.
It's always been about the profit.
Of course.
They win a Super Bowl, and he's not happy because we aren't turning a profit. He is a businessman today. He will be a businessman tomorrow, and he will be a businessman forevermore. The problem is the victims, you guys, suffer the most because you keep buying and believing that every time he says that this is going to be the year, or that you have a small, slight shift in the atmosphere, in the Cowboy atmosphere, because of your long-standing fandom. Some of you, it's a generational thing. It's a generational thing for you. Yes, it is. You sat on your daddy's knee, and your daddy sat on his daddy's knee and talked about the Cowboys. It's a generational thing.
When my daddy was on his daddy's knee, the Cowboys went around.
Yeah, I'm just saying. But yeah, it is what it is. Jerry will always be Jerry, and there's nothing you or I or anyone can do about it.
Let's have some context here. First of all, gas. As the kids say, he basically gaslit his fan base. You're gaslighting the fan base. You're gaslighting Cowboy fans with this quote, okay? That's what you're doing. You're gaslighting, and they are up to hear about it. Another factual thing. Just like he runs the Cowboys, he runs his business. He has people. Jerry's not prospecting gas wells, right? He got people to do that for him, right? He just comes in at the end and signs a check, okay? And says, so he got people prospecting free agents, prospecting trades. He got people doing that too, okay? It's not
the third
over.
spill of that bottle.
It's not spill.
Oh, okay.
Not spill. So he got people doing that, right? Is it fair to ask, does he got better gas people than he got football people? Because he basically takes their recommendations. Is it fair to ask that his gas people are better doing their job than the football people doing their job?
I don't know anything about that business.
You know what his money, he winning Super Bowls in that business.
He's winning Super Bowls in his business in football too. His Super
not
Bowl.
in the last 30 years.
His Super Bowl he is.
Okay.
The goal in both is to make the most money. His organization is worth the most, and they make the most. He is absolutely winning. And
that's the business side. Okay,
right.
I'm talking about the football side. Does he have better people giving him recommendations and prospecting gas?
The hard. Okay, I get what you're
on
saying.
that business side.
The hard part is I don't know, and there's multiple reasons. And I do want to apologize to anyone who tagged me on social media last night because I guess I'm Jerry Rant guy.
Yeah,
you
are.
Like, please go off,
You
Jeff.
are.
Please go off. We love it.
You can't deny that. That's your bit. That's your thing.
But it's not a.
It's not a bit.
It's not a bit.
I know it's not a bit,
Like,
but
I've
that's
never
your
faked one.
That's your thing.
And I'm running out of energy for them, so I'd like to apologize because there
it comes
won't.
across as a bit
there
when you
won't be
go in
a-
his voice. I just want to let you know that's how it comes across.
His voice is a bit. That is doing his voice is a bit.
Okay, that's how it comes across.
But going on a Jerry rant is not a bit. It's cool that they go viral, but it's just me being mad.
I like when you go to Jerry rant because you get like this vein
Yeah,
that comes
'cause
in
I
your
get
forehead,
mad.
and then like your eyes on the side right here, kind of
It's
it's tight. No,
It is
nah.
pressure. Well, no, I do Botox.
No. But when he gets upset, like this part of his eyes, kind of like he's like this tense thing, and he got like a big vein that comes down the middle of his forehead.
But here is very calmly. Here's why answering your question is really hard. I don't know how good some of his football people are for sure, because it's impossible to know. I have to guess because I know that the guy in charge of how they treat their best players in those contracts is really bad at his job, and that's Jerry. So I know that's bad. When it comes to how they approach free agency and trades, I know a lot of that is Jerry, and I know they're bad at that. So I know he's bad. So far he's bad at how he deals with his best players, trading, and free agency. When it comes to the NFL draft, I know that Jerry will listen to 50 different people, and that Dan Quinn got to pick a bunch of players, and that Rod Marinelli got to pick a bunch of players. And so I know that he listens to a lot of people, and I know that the people who spend their entire careers trying to find you the best players don't end up getting to pick the players. I put that on the guy at the top who lets other people do other people's jobs.
One addendum. If that's his personality and how he runs the football team, you don't think he listens to other people and several different people when it comes to gas prospecting and how they
I don't care about that stuff.
I know, but
I don't care.
That was the comparison. Okay? I'm just saying that he probably listens to everybody on all those areas too, but yet they're giving him good ideas. They're making money. They're winning Super Bowls over there. Yes, he's living a lot of different people in the football side, and whatever the reason, yes, he's the ultimate decision maker, but he's listening to what they're telling him, and they're not convincing him.
He's been blessed to make a butt ton of money. Does he treat that business the same as he treats this one? I don't know because I don't know anything about it. But in this one, it is so important who calls your offensive and defensive plays. The owner of this team does not make an effort to have the best people doing that job. He hires his buddies. Everything about the way that Jerry Jones runs his football team is incredible as an owner. Every aspect of general managing a football team, he is atrocious at. Awful. And not in, I guess most GMs hire coaches, right? So yeah, that's just another part of GMing. He is the worst coach hirer maybe in the league. And we don't spend enough time on that. If you are Jerry's friend, well, you'll end up with a job. We are not going to exhaustively search and find the best defensive coordinator. We're not going to do that for head coach. We're going to bring in a guy that makes me comfy cozy. Everything about him drives me freaking bonkers. And it makes me sports sad because I love my local sports teams and I want them to win so much. I want the way that he approaches it, the way that he can I sneak it all in? I miss who he was when he bought it. When Mark Cuban bought the Mavericks, he was a disruptor. That made it fun. He was so hyper-competitive. When Jerry bought the Cowboys, he was a disruptor.
He also had Jimmy. He also had Jimmy.
Again, yes, he had Jimmy. But the way that he did it was he might have broken the NFL rules to bring in Deion Sanders because he was desperate to win. That might have been Phil Knight's money that went to Deion Sanders. He would do anything to win. Anything.
Look, Kawhi Leonard action.
And now he's the guy he was. He's the exact opposite. The exact opposite. Because he's filthy rich. And the first coach that he hired, he got lucky that his friend was the best coach. And he keeps hiring friends. And they're not. And it's just, Jerry drives me bonkers. I don't want to talk about him anymore. Coming up next on the DLLS Cowboys podcast, we did get some news on some guys that are going to be coming back. We got trade rumorooskies. We got all the things on the DLLS Cowboys podcast.
Storm season is right around the corner. Qualys Roofing can get you situated. You don't want to go by these fly-by-night type people that just come up to your door, they slap a sign on the side of the truck and go,
"How you doing? I do roof.
I do roof. Your roof look like you." Now, this is not. But what
we
you
had
about
to pick
say?
a voice to
Yeah,
do.
I just have to be a redneck.
We went real redneck.
Well, what you want is you want a company with over 705 stars reviews and an average rating of 4.9. Qualys Roofing is the most trusted name in roofing across North Texas and in Austin. And right now they have a unique and special giveaway. Schedule a free roof inspection with Qualys Roofing, and you can get a free DLLS t-shirt.
Let's go.
In addition to, replace your roof with Qualys and choose between a free Blackstone grill or a Traeger smoker.
I get a Traeger.
Yeah, because what's a new roof without a little bit of extra sizzle? So go call or go online and schedule your free roof inspection. Don't forget to ask about your free grill. Visit QualisGC.com or just search Qualys Roofing and Construction. That's QUALIS or call 817-500-9008 and get started today.
Also want to shout out our friends at PNC Bank. I don't know if you guys know this, but long-term growth, that takes patience and commitment. That's something banking and hockey hair have in common.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? PNC Bank recognizes the value of long-term growth, too. It's time to see how good long-term growth looks on you. What you do? Pick up your free Dallas Stars hockey hair hat pregame at PNC Plaza. Compliments of PNC Bank. That's November 4th and 6th. PNC is going to have a pop-up Main Street branch. Get it? M-A-N-E, Main Street, because it's hair. No purchase necessary, one per person while supplies last. Copyright 2025, the PNC Financial Services Group, Inc., PNC Bank, an official partner of the Dallas Stars. It is the DLLS Cowboys podcast, and I wanted to get into what some stuff that competent people have been doing.
Talking about the Lions.
Huh?
Talking about the Lions.
Well, I was going to say that Schotty's competent. I was going to talk about football players.
Okay, talk about Schotty.
Because he had a lot of stuff to say yesterday, and some of it I did find interesting, including this quote. "None of us have done good enough. That's real. Our scorecard is what it is. We're a football team that's 3-4-1. You can take the stats on offense and shove them up and he said the whole thing, as far as I'm concerned, we want to win. And, like, I dig it. I dig that quote. Like, nothing, like, great. We're scoring a bunch of points, and most games we're playing incredible offense, but we're not winning enough, and so none of that matters, and I get it. I just want to throw this out there. I hope behind closed doors we're being real clear that this is a one side of the ball thing. And, like, it's not, hey, guys, all 53 of us we're just not doing enough. As a player, you got to think that way. Dak needs to feel that way, but also not press somehow. And you got to, it doesn't matter. Whatever they did, screw it. We got to go score. We got to do this. We got to do that. Just as long as he's real clear that it's more 27 of you than 53 of you that we got a problem with.
Yeah.
Like, it's cool to say all of that, but as long as behind closed doors, we know plenty of guys are doing good enough. And eventually, if you pretend that I'm not doing good enough, I'm not going to like you.
Yeah.
Like, you need to talk to them.
I think Schotty and I kind of ripped him in my game story after the game about saying we're still a good team. And he was pressed on it. He kept saying, we're a good team. And like, why are you a good team? What makes you a good team? Well,
Right.
I see what, so now he's coming back and saying, well, no, 3, 4, and 1 is not good enough. Because after the game, he was
Right.
adamant, we're a good team. We got good players. We just had a bad day. No, you're 3, 4, and 1. You are what
Yeah.
your record says you are. You're not a good team right now.
Yeah.
You do dumb things. You do what bad teams do with the penalties and everything else. And clearly you haven't fixed the defense. I think he's responding to a lot of criticism that he got after the game, but talking about we're a good team. Why would you say that?
Right.
I mean,
Try to make your players still believe instead of being like, yeah, we suck.
and
But I do believe
But you
in
can't be
accountability.
about accountability and say
Yeah.
I'm honest, because the other game, we're honest with our players. We tell them we don't sugarcoat nothing. Well, you're sugarcoating this.
Yeah.
Saying we're a good team. You're not a
Yeah.
good team.
That's fair.
And I think this is where Schotty is this is where Schotty is towing that line of being too much of a player coach, also protecting my team and my players via media, but also understanding that this ultimately falls on me.
Yeah.
So when I say that we're not a good team, or when I say you can shove those stats up your what, all of that, every single thing that comes out of his mouth about this football team is, if we're being honest, a direct reflection of the head coach.
Yes.
You're the one in charge. So I know that you're an offensive-minded coach, but the defense still falls under the jurisdiction of the head coach. So all of this still falls under your leadership. And if that doesn't get rectified, and if it doesn't turn the corner for the positive, it goes back on you as well.
Yeah.
If the defense is the reason that you can't win games, and it ultimately is a losing season, guess what? That don't go on Eberflus's kind of record. It goes on your record as the head coach of the football team. Was right now 3, 4, and 1. And if it continues enough, it may ultimately cost you your job. If it can't get fixed. Now, whether that's be firing or changing things and all that kind of stuff, that will ultimately cost you your job. So he's towing that fine line of, I always want to make sure that I'm protecting my players in the media and not bashing them too hard about, we probably suck and we're not really a good team. But to say that means that I suck and they suck. Yeah. So it's always that fine line that he has to toe as the head coach of this football team, while also trying to be authentically honest with the people that question him in the media every single day.
And there's another example of him winning the press conference. Oh, that was a great quote. It sounds good. Oh, I like that guy.
But we all know
good.
Quotes only go well with victories.
No, I agree.
Because after a while, we stop believing. When you lose enough, we're like, all right.
I know, but right now, people love their fans who love him based on his press conferences. And let's be honest. All the coaches we've had here since Jimmy Johnson, there's Bill Parcells, and there's Schottenheimer, and there's everybody else as far as winning press conferences. Wade, Jason, Chan, Campo.
Yeah.
So he's great behind the mic. He has the media eating out of his hands. He says all these things. And great quote. All them offenses, shove it up your arse. Can we say that?
Probably not. That's what neither of us had. Yeah.
But I didn't say it though.
Well, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I didn't really say it.
We had a 50 in the super chat that I do need to get to.
Oh, let's get to it.
Corey Wells is in the super chat. He said, "Hey Jeff, do the Jerry voice. Hey Jesse and Clarence." No, he gets a song.
Clarence.
Right? He gets a song, right? One of the songs.
What song we gonna get?
Which song
I want to see you thrust. Break a hip. Are you gonna break your hip? You gonna break somebody's hip?
These hips feels good, baby.
He also threw in another 20 just to say "Amen, Jesse" on whatever you just did.
Go, man.
We appreciate you, Corey.
I mean,
Thank
making
you.
another 30 and you in there for $100 today, baby. You know what I'm saying? Might well complete the mission. You know what I'm saying?
If you do watch this on TV, which we are, make sure that you also follow the DLLS Sports YouTube page. You know what I'm saying? And he said to do Jerry voice, but I don't.
You've done it. You've already done it.
But
You've done it. You did your rant. You did a little voice.
I don't know what
you did a little raspy Jerry. You know, you're a raspy Jerry voice guy.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey. I tell you what, though, if there's one thing that I do appreciate, it's Clarence, you know, I sure do appreciate that.
Well, if you could get that Bernie Mac, you know,
well, I
when
tell you,
that joke where he rolled his eyes behind his back.
I just, I'm so appreciative of you, Clarence, especially because when I tell you that for a man who has never been good at the thing he does, I said, well, I'm good at the one thing, to make that money now. But as a guy who's always been real bad at GM and made Troy retire, I did, and Mike, and I appreciate that you carry that water for me. You do. I got you carrying around. I don't know how many gallons, but you got a lot of them, and you do carry them for me, and you are, and I appreciate that. Thank you, Clint. So there's that.
Thanks, Corey Wells.
Yeah, we appreciate you. Let's knock out the other super chats while we're doing this real quick. Bryce is in there. He said, call about Minka, call about Jets edges, and Logan Wilson. We will do a trade deadline rumor rooskies before we get out of here on today's show. So we'll let you know the very latest of what's going on there. True Texan, that was major steppage. Stomped on it. Was that probably about the Jerry quote? Chris said, Jerry is a clown. It's what I expect from a clown. Now, that's name calling, and we don't do name calling around here, but you can do whatever you want in the chat because it is. You do have that freedom. CC Black is in the super chat. I'm getting to the point I don't care about Cowboys. I've gotten to a real weird point with the Cowboys.
I do have a question for CC Black. You don't have to respond with the super chat. Just respond in the you said you're getting to the point. What would push you over the top?
Well, I don't want anybody to be done with the
Cowboys.
No.
I mean,
he's talking about the team. They're not. He's not. Come on, guys. They're not.
They're not. But it's good to say.
And that's why Jerry can do what he does, the way he does it, for as long as he's done it.
Like married couples say, I'm going to leave. It ain't never going nowhere. I mean, but it's something to say in the moment. And it's
people started going places. Clarence, it's over 50%.
I'm about to say you.
No, I'm just saying. It's like Saturday watching
statistics, my boy.
They're like Saturday watching Texas. They're like, I'm not watching this game. I'm done. But I'm never done. I've suffered. I do have one, context because I did call the Cowboys and ask them if they can respond to Jerry's quote to the Wall Street
For
Journal.
what? They'd rather just have it played on every show.
I'm
He'll say, tune in the next time I talk.
Surprised the writer used it. Jerry was just joking with him to start their chat.
Uh-huh.
He was just having jokes,
of course,
trying to compliment him and the significance of the topic of him breaking away from his primary focus, the team
he does not
that consumes most of his time. Jerry, you know that about Jerry yourself and the way he does, jokingly starts conversations. So Jerry was joking with the writer to start the conversation.
Of course he was, yeah.
And the writer used that quote.
Yeah.
Again, we know it was a joke.
Clarence.
And Jerry was trying to be trying to.
Yep. You're doing exactly what I asked, and I appreciate that.
I know. I'm just telling you what they told you. Listen, I got to run up the flagpole. Anytime something happens on the Cowboys, I got to run up the flagpole because that's my job. Whether it's a trade rumor, whether it's whatever.
Yeah, I forgot.
I'm just telling you what they're saying. I'm not saying it's true. I'm not legitimizing it.
Any of the super chats? I forgot where we were before Clarence carried that water. Blessed Man 88 is in the chat, and he just threw it in there. And so we'll see if there's a chat that's coming forthwith from that.
Is that blessed or blessed? How do you do it?
Are you both?
I usually say blessed, but blessed is more fun.
Okay, that's my asking. I'm
Blessed.
a church guy. I'm just asking, is that blessed or blessed?
Yeah. So thank you, everybody. Hit the like button while you're here. We appreciate you being here. Coming up next, it is time to step inside of KBBU, No Ball Better University, with your professor, Jesse Holly. Make you smarter at football. It's next.
Shout out to my folks at Monarch. And if you want to be a part of the smart people who know how to handle their money, then you need to get with Monarch. Because let's be honest with you. Let's truly be honest.
Be honest.
Let's be honest.
Be honest.
Most of you don't know how, when, and where things are going with your 401k. Right? If we're being honest about that, right? Or if you have other investments or how those things are going or all the different financial accounts that you have, I can tell you, for someone who has multiple different things going on, I don't always know where this stuff is going and happening and all the ups and downs about it. That's why you need to be with Monarch, because Monarch can be your financial command center. They can get everything in order for you. You can do it on your phone, so it's right there in the palm of your hand. All you got to do is head over to monarch.com and use the promo code DLLS to get 50% off your first year at monarch.com. Don't forget, use our promo code DLLS.
Shout out to our friends at Arena Club as well. If you're ready to level up your card collecting or if you want to get started trading cards, Arena Club. Their original slab packs, I'm about to hit you with some card collecting terms here. The slab packs, they bring you the thrill of ripping packs, combined with the power to buy, sell, and trade all in one place. It's at Arena Club. They make it easy to chase grails, flip slabs, keep your collection growing with the cards that you love. Because normally what you do is you go buy these cards and you open them up and you're like, oh my God, I think I got a good one. No, now what do I got to do? I got to make sure I don't do anything bad to it. I got to ship it off to get it graded. I got to give them all the money, and then maybe they're going to send it back in a few weeks from now after I spend a bunch of money. Now I'm squared away and I can display it or sell it or whatever. You get authentic graded cards instantly on Arena Club, and then you decide, hold, sell, or have it shipped to you directly. You can also decide to take an instant cash offer based on market value. You can get 20% off your first slab pack or card purchase by going to arenaclub.com/DLLS. Use the code DLLS. It is the DLLS Cowboys podcast.
Ali, bring all the ladies in the chat. Roll up a little bit.
It is interesting. There's another lady in the chat that just came to say hi to Ali, who
right
is
there.
He's out chasing
Erica.
Stories today out at the
Just
Star.
here for Ali. Ali's not here.
And we like that. That's good. If that's how we're gonna get into that demo,
Hey,
that's nice. We appreciate that.
I'm
That's
back
good.
to see Ali. He'll be back tomorrow.
All right, everybody, step inside of KBBU.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Class is now in session, and class is sponsored by Qualis Roofing and Construction.
I'm so hoping that the big branch over my house falls so I can hit up Qualis, because if I buy a new roof from Qualis, they're going to get me not only a DLLS t-shirt for free, a Traeger grill if I get a new roof. So I'm hoping that something falls on the house.
I don't have a tree big enough that's going to fall in my
I got
area.
some big ones. Lake Highlands, we got trees.
Well, all right, class is now in session. All of my good students, y'all come on to the front. All of you riffraffs and wahoos, as Jerry Jones like to say, y'all get in the back with him and go worry about the oil and gas company in the fields and get that $100 billion. But I'm going to teach some of y'all in the front about what's going on. All right, so most of the time when we're talking about, well, not most of the time, when we're talking about wide receiver play, which is absolutely my favorite, because once a receiver, always a wide receiver. And the thing that the Cowboys have added to their dimension of their pass game this year has been the one of George Pickens. And sign George Pickens. And one thing that George Pickens brings to the table is his ability to run the go route. And many times you may hear it, Jeff may talk about it, or Botch may talk about it, or even our friend Brian Broadus may talk about it, or you just may hear it casually on one of the networks when you're talking about football, and you may hear, oh yeah, they're running a red line. Or you may hear an audible or a play call that hears the term red line in it. And so I kind of just want to further explain a little bit of what the red line means, is, and how it goes into play for the go route in the Cowboys offense that we see George Pickens run so eloquently and so lovely.
So nice.
So nice. So nice. So when you hear the red line, it's actually not technically a play, but you'll never see it on an NFL field. You'll see it just about on every other field. That's a practice field. So let's go to the tape right quick right here, John. So this is a play right here. At the bottom of the screen, you have George Pickens. Now, I want you to see this play in this formation. Now, we talk about red line. Well, Jesse, what is the red line? What does it look like? What does it mean? If you go to any NFL field,
you
don't
gotta run down the red line.
You'll see a red line drawn on every single NFL practice field. And you may ask yourself the question, well, why is it there? What is the significance? It's not a hash mark. It's not a number. What is the significance? What is the significance of having this red line? Well, this is where you go to practice where the quarterback wants you to throw, wants you to be in position when he throws the go route. It's a place on the field that indicates I have just enough room before the sideline that gives me a place to we call it drop it in the bucket over the shoulder for the wide receiver away from the defense. And that's where you want to practice so that when you get to the game field, it is a kind of a muscle memory, so to speak, so that you understand and know how to run this route and where the quarterback wants you so that he can deliver the ball to you down the field. All right, so let's go to the game. All right, here it is right here. And you see in this particular formation, George at the bottom of the screen, he's kind of more in a tight split. Now, usually sometimes when you run these go routes, you're usually outside the numbers. But when you want to be able to catch and capture the eyes of the safety, for sometimes having those other routes come behind it, you may take a tighter split. But what it also does is it gives you more room for release. You spend less time chitter-chatting at the line of scrimmage where I can just simply go, speed release, get outside, get up the field, and get to that red line position. So you see it right here. George Pickens, he takes the outside release. And as he's going on the outside release, next one, you'll see now he wants to get to that upfield shoulder of that DB. I want that DB now to open up his hips. We call it open up the gate. Once he opens up the gate, I want to get up in that path and now be able to either run next to him, but preferably I want to be able to stack him. I want to be able to get to him, through him, and then stack him on top to where now I control the tempo of how this route is going to be run. And now, what's even more important, and this is where the muscle memory and the practice and all the things come from, the practice field to the game. Watch Dak Prescott. He's not in the shotgun. He's turning his back to the line of scrimmage, right? Play action pass right here. So for the quarterback, he is taking his eyes off what's happening on the back end of this defense. He doesn't know who's shifting, who's moving, who's coming down. What he is trusting is that he has seen George Pickens and they have worked together on numerous occasions in practice on how to hold that red line so that when I come out of this fake and I get my eyes back down the field, I don't have to worry about where you're going to be. You're going to be there because you understand the conceptual spacing that we need on this route. And now, as you can see, George Pickens, he's at a place right now, Jeff, if we're even.
We're leaving, baby.
We're leaving. And so he's even with the DB slightly ahead of him, and then he'll begin to stack. You see now Dak Prescott gets to the top of his drop. He's now reassessing what has happened on the back end of this defense and how he needs to configure this thing. CeeDee Lamb has the over route coming, which is going to hold that safety from really trying to go over the top and interrupt this route. George Pickens has now beaten his DB at the bottom. He's a little bit inside on the red line, where the red line mark would be, but that's okay because he's still giving the quarterback enough space to be able to deliver that football on the outside if he feels he needs to. Now, when you look at this picture right here, and just hold it right here, John, the quarterback has a decision to make. He has an over route coming, but what he's looking at is the safety. I can throw this ball now because my receiver is just about even with the deepest safety on the football field. He's already beaten the DB. So I have the option now to keep this ball kind of on the same trajectory because there is no deep field safety that I'm actually worried about anymore. or I can now layer it outside and give my receiver a chance to catch it over his outside shoulder. But Dak decides to keep this thing more on a line because there is no middle of the field safety. George Pickens has done a tremendous job at the line of scrimmage through the route and is finishing it on top of the defensive back, which is, I believe, Sauce Gardner. In this particular game, Dak lays out a beautiful pass. George Pickens, again, we've seen him with the late hands and the ability to go up and get the ball, scores a touchdown because he understood the ramifications and he understands the spatial awareness of where he needs to be when he's running the red line or the go route. And to me, the go route and the fade route are two different calls for me. That's just me in particular. The go ball is more of a deeper, 30, 40-yard thing. The fade ball is more when we get into the red zone. And now I want to kind of give you a 50-50 chance to go up there and get it. This is, to me, the go ball, or as some other people call it, the red line route. And that all stems from the red line that you'll see at every NFL practice field that teams continue to work on what our spacing should be for us to throw a proper go route.
Good job.
There you go. There it is.
And
That's
when
right.
when you do the call and response, you don't just have to say.
Well, as a former,
you don't do the call. No,
yeah, but he's a receiver.
I was a receiver.
I would also say go back and watch the show. The first 6 minutes, you were staring at your phone while he was.
I was listening.
Yeah,
It's harder
I always know Jeff is engaged. I always know Jeff is
I'm
engaged.
listening.
I'm gonna call on you next week.
But secondly, that route, that over under, is that not the 72-yard touchdown route as well? Was that the same play when against Washington when CD was running the over?
No, that play was actually the same play that they just ran
in Denver.
When Denver, CB caught the over route.
When he caught the over route.
Yes.
And a little better ball, that's so crazy because it was a great route. But Dak was getting killed. If you remember, a little better ball to CD scores.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
Because if you look, but he couldn't because he was getting killed. He got crushed.
He got crushed.
But a little better ball, CD scores, and we know how important that touchdown was now.
Absolutely.
A little better ball, but you have the same play in Denver.
Yeah, absolutely. Same play in Denver. So you'll see that offensive line thing. You see all the same play.
Well, that's to pick your poison. Okay, I got Pickens here and I got CD right here. Who you gonna cover?
I don't know, but those two safeties were playing like they're best friends.
Yeah, they're way too close, right?
They play like Cowboys safeties. Look like Cowboys safeties, don't they?
They don't want to leave each other.
Look like Cowboys safety. I
do, since I've been very kind to Jerry Jones today, I do want to just say today is another good day to plead with that man. Go ahead, keep George Pickens around.
Yeah.
Go ahead, keep him around.
Takes two to tango. Hey, takes two to tango.
Go ahead, keep him around.
I'm just to take two to tango.
Every player
you gotta call Mulageta.
Almost every agent in the NFL has an agent, and it doesn't stop teams from getting contracts done.
Mulageta.
Only one team tells us, well, it's tough. They don't want to. Every other team just calls them and gets their contract done. This is the only one that tells us that. And we've been looking for this since it was Amari and CD. We've been looking for this. Don't let this go unless you're acknowledging to yourself and your fan base that, like, we are not going to be any good for the rest of the Dak window. Do not let George Pickens leave town. This is what we've been looking for. We need this. And no, we're not trading CD either, you bunch of psychos. Our bosses here, and I think he's trying to trade CD, and we're not going to do that. We're not doing that.
Must have got some of that ooh-wee through TSA.
Clarence brought back from Denver.
From Denver.
Yeah, I just did. Those two worked together so well, and I saw the picture from practice yesterday.
Yeah.
Where CD is wearing the ski mask now.
Shiesty.
Is that that's what a ski mask is called?
Called
it's
the
called
shiesty.
a shiesty. He was wearing the shiesty. I like what George Pickens does for CD.
Yeah,
I like that he brings him some attitude.
And now, of course, your head coach is like, I need to get one of those things too.
Well, that's because he's the friendliest guy of all time. I hope he can learn to be mean.
He can't be more friendly than Jason Garrett. Jason Garrett was drinking beers with players at the Duke game. Remember that?
No.
Remember that?
Yeah, he did have besties.
But Jason had a hate smile. He wasn't sincere about that friendliness. Schotty's sincere.
I think Jason was friends with Romo and
Romo and Whitten. Yeah, Romo and Whitten. What about
DeMarco tag along a little bit.
Yeah,
DeMarco getting there now and then. Yeah.
Hey, what was DeMarco's nickname?
Spray tan.
Okay, spray tan.
Yeah.
GM Ben is in the chat. He wanted to know why Jesse's wearing a Christmas sweater before Halloween.
He was supposed to just ignore that.
Is that a Christmas sweater?
All right,
guys?
all right, here we
Christmas
go.
sweater?
We got a second. Can you see this? Give me the one shot, John. Give me my one shot. All right, is this a Christmas sweater to y'all? This is I don't want to be, but Michael Jordan. All right, is this considered this is like a Christmas sweater?
Look like the Star of David.
Nothing about that.
The stars.
Lights in the background.
Like the stars, man.
Flashing.
Remember when Jesus was born, there's a star.
Listen,
you saw that star.
Reggie Miller did call Michael Jordan Black Jesus.
Blasphemy.
Saw that star.
Coming up next on the DLLS
Jesus
Cowboys.
was actually that's
Coming up next on the DLLS
another day.
Cowboys podcast. We do have the latest on the Rumorooskies with your Dallas Cowboys and the trade deadline, as well as some scoops from the locker room. It's next. I'd like you to sign up to be a diehard if it's not too much trouble for you today. You just hit the QR code that's right there on your YouTube screen if you like, or you could obviously go through our description, or, there's different ways to find alldlls.com and sign up to be a diehard. Make sure that you are getting access to everything that we've got for you at DLLS. And that's all for your teams covered. More stuff coming. When you sign up to be a diehard, you get to pick a free T-shirt from the merch store. I got one on today, but on different route from football today. I'm going with hoops.
Mavs.
Going with hoops. Because, I really support their ownership and GM situation. They're crushing it in that game. They're suing
folks.
Suing people and trading Luka. I'm really supporting that. What are we doing in DFW?
The GM in DFW is wild.
What have we done to deserve this? I don't know. Anthony Davis is hurt. Hurt people get hurt. Weird.
Hurt people hurt people.
Hurt people do hurt people. I see some of y'all in the chat, and I hope y'all get what you need.
Get help.
I hope that lashing out, get your little hit of dopamine is not
hit a dope.
The best you got.
Smoking that dope.
I hope that you can find some peace and become a diehard. You get a free T-shirt as soon as you sign up. You get to pick one from our merch store, and that's nice. You get an ad-free experience on our website. You get access to our diehard only level content. We got a Discord where all of our diehards are in there, and it's really fun because you get to meet new friends who are fellow DFW sports fans. You get to interact with us up here that are on the shows. And it's not just about your sports teams. There's different channels for all sorts of things in life. So it's a lot of fun. And we'd appreciate if you signed up. Also, subscribe to the newsletter, alldlls.com/newsletter. Ali writes that for us, so I know the ladies are going to want to get involved there.
The ladies.
Sign up for the newsletter, ladies.
Ali's for the ladies.
.com/newsletter. And then as a bonus, you won't just be helping Ali. You'll also get everything you need about all of your sports teams each morning in your inbox.
Muhammad Ali had a lot of ladies, too.
It is the DLS Cowboys podcast. Mike Jr.'s in the super chat. He said Quinn, head coach /DC, plus Schotty, offensive coordinator, plus Dak and Micah, or Schotty, head coach and OC, plus Eberflus, plus Dak. For his ability to play in any system has me thinking defensive head coach. I don't really have a preference. If your offensive coordinator is badass, that's cool. I think if you made me prioritize one or the other, I prioritize offense. I still think it's an offensive-driven league, but you're not allowed to be bad on either side of the ball or you're not winning anything. That's just kind of the way it is. I think the key thing is that the word Micah was only on one of them, and that's why those teams were better. So you need to pay attention to that. Corey's in the super chat. He said, pay George, bring Crosby, and Jesse, Crosby, and Parsons are not the same. Who would you rather have? Crosby and Parsons are not the same. Who would you rather have?
Very, very similar in what they do. But give me Parsons.
I was say,
Yeah,
I'd rather have Micah.
I would have Micah too.
Yeah.
And we appreciate you finishing the trifecta.
You
went on and made that thing a smooth 100. We appreciate you, Corey.
Oh, you should probably get a pop-up.
It adds up to 100.
It adds up.
It adds up, man.
All right.
Come on, John.
Give it to him.
Give us a pop-up.
Clarence Hill just can't stop. Breaking news, you gotta hop in club pop-up.
I want to see you trust.
Clarence, you said you had some stuff from the locker room. Hit me.
Well, first thing I want to address is you're from Jersey, right?
Here we go.
Born and raised,
You
baby.
know Earl Monroe?
Yeah, Earl of Pearl.
He was the original Black Jesus.
You know, we have 1 hour cowboy show. It's on TV.
Listen, I'm just trying.
It's on TV.
I'm just saying he's from New York. He's from New York area.
I'm from Jersey. I'm not
Jersey,
from
New York. He know about Earl of Pearl. He's the original Black Jesus. Jesus Shuttleworth was named after him.
The original black Jesus was Jesus of Nazareth.
Okay, there you go.
Come on now. Come on now. Talk that talk, baby. Talk that talk. Elohim, talk that talk, baby.
Maybe brownish. I don't know.
Yeah, talk that talk.
Interesting from the locker room yesterday. So Diggs is in the locker room, sitting in the locker, on the phone, playing on his phone, and everybody like, Clarence, when you gonna go talk to him? When you gonna talk to him? Yeah, we waiting on you. Like, I walk up to him.
Did they say that? Did they say that? I'm sorry. My bad.
I mean, you see me. You know, come on, stop. You
My
already know
bad.
the
You're
deal.
right. My bad.
You
My
already
bad.
know the deal.
My bad.
Get
My
that hate
bad.
out your
You're
heart.
right. You're right. I'm dirty macking.
Yeah,
You rub it off on me.
I
You
mean,
rub it
no,
off.
no,
I
get
sit
that
too close
out
to
your
you.
heart.
That dirty mac start rubbing off on me, man.
Anyway,
I'm
so
sorry. Go ahead.
I go up to Diggs, and he says, I can't talk. I'm on IR. I say, you can talk on IR. You can't talk in concussion protocol. Well, I'm still in protocol. I'll talk to you next week.
2-week concussion protocol.
Protocol. So I walk away. I say, okay, fine. We'll let you make it. I walk away. I go to the ping pong table, and I'm talking to another reporter, and he sees me, and I'm scrolling.
What you do?
He thinks I'm taking a picture of the ping pong table. Okay, they say, oh, you tweet about the ping pong table. Now you're trying to post about it. I'm like, what are you talking about?
This is Diggs.
Diggs. Okay?
Trayvon, I'm gonna tell you a secret. No one gives a half a crap if you have a ping pong table. No one thinks that means you're not taking your job seriously.
Listen.
All of the teams in the NFL have little things that people do in the locker room. No one cares.
But a while ago, you couldn't talk to me. Now you're poking at me about this big thing. And apparently, last week when they took the ping pong tables out of the Baltimore locker room, I tweeted the Cowboys still have theirs.
Doesn't matter.
What are you saying? Because we losing, we shouldn't have ping pong. He goes on his rant. I said, what are you talking about? I said, they're different strokes for different folks. Yes.
Stop being so sensitive.
Baltimore's 2-6. They took the ping pong tables out.
Which, by the way, Lamar Jackson
3-4-1.
said he was the one that was behind taking all that stuff out of the locker room.
That. So I'm like, who told you that? Because you don't follow me on Twitter like that, CD. I'm like, why? CD's like always him on my Twitter. Man, I see everything. Why are y'all talking about my tweets? Why are you talking about my tweets?
Trayvon ain't tweeting no more. I remember he had an experience on there.
See.
Once upon a time.
CD, you be low. CD be low. CD, you be low on that Twitter streets.
Oh man, he got some kind of
CD be
burn
low
or
on Twitter.
something.
CD be
he
low.
my Twitter,
CD
man.
be
Get out my
low on
Twitter,
Twitter
man.
streets, man.
I ain't saying nothing bad about y'all.
You outside though. You do be outside. They be following you.
And inside. That we got from the locker room?
That's it.
I mean,
okay, so
I just wanted to give you a story from the locker room.
You wanted to let people know
that you be inside.
How important you are in there.
And I was kidding with Dak about the Mississippi State game because he thought it was over. And then he was telling me about the Vanderbilt game. And I said, we got a chance to beat Vanderbilt because we're at home. He said, y'all think so? I said, yeah, we play better at home, just like y'all. And he thought about it for a minute. Oh, you talking about the Cowboys. You're not talking about Mississippi State. Yeah, I'm talking about the Cowboys. Y'all got a chance because y'all play better at home, right? If they got any chance against Kyler Murray, it's because you look at the numbers, the contrasting numbers, not from the defense, but from the offense at home and on the road.
Yeah, I'm not going to pick the Cowboys to win.
What?
Oh,
you picked them 100-0 last week, and now you're not picking them to win?
I'm tired.
At home?
Clarence, I'm tired.
Have you quit?
Shout out to Mississippi State. I'll be in Stark Vegas. On the 8th. If anybody in Mississippi, Starkville, holla at your boy, man. I'll be there. Mississippi.
He wants peace like Clay.
I'll be there. Oh, some Southern girls in Mississippi.
He wants peace like
I'll
Clay.
be in Mississippi on the 8th.
Yes, sir.
Speaking of not picking them to win.
7th.
You're not picking them to win this week?
You said, am I giving up? I did want to throw this out in the chat today.
Yeah.
Starting draft stuff this weekend.
Oh, boy.
You can pick which position group I start with. I got my college film lined up. Got my hookup going.
It's going to be a really good defensive year.
You can pick what position group I start with. Corners, linebackers, deep tackles, pass rushers, quarterbacks, general managers. We could bring in, what's his name at North Carolina?
No, you don't want that Lombardi.
That might be a downgrade.
That'll be the only Lombardi you get.
That might be a downgrade.
Is the name Michael Lombardi.
Yeah, Kyler Murray's playing.
Anyway, other things from Schotty yesterday that I found interesting.
Better be interesting.
Being asked about the battle for running back 2, which I didn't know that was a question because I forgot Malik Davis was here.
Malik Davis?
Yes.
What about the other dude?
That's who Schotty was talking about. He said Jaden's a young back, learning the speed of the game and going through all of his Jaden Blue talking points. And then he said Like he needs to be following Javonte because that's somebody who does it all right and learning how to be consistent and all that stuff. He said, and Jaden's doing that. But again, I'd be remiss if I didn't talk about Malik Davis and the job he's doing for us. We're all about creating competition. It's not just creating competition on the defensive side of the ball for jobs and who's going to play. It's on offense as well. And that would be another battle to watch. Do I need to have eyes on Jaden Blue versus Malik Davis?
What happened to Phil Maffa? What happened to Maffa?
Maffa's on IR.
You better go. Oh, yeah,
He's done.
They're not stashing him, but they probably kind of stashing him. I don't know. He may be.
There's no. Are we really worried about the backup running back job? I mean, that's how bad the questions were. That's you talking about.
You've lost all interest in Jaden Blue conversation.
I mean, I'm a Longhorn. He was a backup at Texas. I was never like, this guy's going to be Barry Sanders coming in here, okay?
Well,
we all knew this.
When I said that in the summertime, you jumped
No,
on.
it's not true. That's not true. He was a backup at – that is not true. I watched his whole career.
We've talked about Jaden Blue a lot.
We have because he does this. You talked about it. You talked about giving the ball in space.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you got to run him back to second in the league in rushing. Why are we having – is that the problem with this team?
I like big backs.
You know what, Clarence?
Is that the problem with this team?
I forgot.
Or is it the defense? Are we really worried about the backup running back job, though?
All right, Clarence.
That's all I'm saying.
New rule. Don't bring up CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens, Dak Prescott, Tyler Smith, or Javonte Williams ever again this year.
Why?
Because they're not the problem with this team. Why are we talking about them? They're not the problem with this team.
No. See how you're changing the conversation? So the conversation is about upgrading the number 2 running back position, okay?
Yeah.
So
it was a story about a quote from a Cowboys coach that I wanted to bring up on our Cowboys show.
I agree. I'm saying as a reporter, that's where we are with asking questions of trying to fix this team, is that we're not even talking about the defense anymore. We're talking about the backup running back.
Yeah, well, I wanted to go through lots of different things.
No, I'm not talking. It's not a rip on you. I know you're taking the quote and bringing a talking point. I'm talking about that's where we are in the press conferences.
Yeah.
We're all beaten down. How many more times can we ask about how you're going to fix the defense?
Well, my thing is, like, I am interested in Jaden Blue because I do want him to be the backup running back. I want him to be part of the running back thing next year. But I've also, while watching him even last week, I felt like he does look hesitant. Like he doesn't, like when he takes the ball, it's either too fast or too slow.
Can we get him in space? Can we get a screen pass? Has he had a ball thrown to him? Yeah, that's what he does.
So. Oh yeah, he has, but I think he's had like a swing pass or two.
Yeah, but get him in space. Get him a screen pass or something like that. Don't run him between the tackles.
The other name that was brought, well, you gotta run all your plays. You gotta run them in there some.
Man, you know. There are certain plays you run for certain players. I mean, this ain't rocket science. Everybody don't run the same plays.
And then he was talking about, if you guys remember from camp, Perrion Winfrey, the defensive tackle, his practice window is open. So in the next 21 days, they'll have to decide to activate Perrion Winfrey or shut him down for the year. And Brian Schottenheimer talked about him. He said, just looking to get depth. Here's a guy that has good flexibility for us. He can play inside, can play outside. Love his play style. It's a big part of what we're looking for. All 11 guys just playing hard. The fact that he says play inside, play outside kind of changes what I think about his answer. Because initially I would think, based on camp, when we got to see him, Perrion Winfrey's a better player than Mozzie Smith or Jay Toya. And so I would think, just the 4th active D tackle on game day. If they're talking about inside and out and, oh my God, we can't stop the run, and they're saying those things, is Perrion Winfrey coming for Sam Williams snaps?
I don't know. It was interesting on Monday. We get to the locker room on Monday. They just get their doors blown off. It's everybody's quiet and trying to get up out of there. Perrion Winfrey is screaming and hollering and laughing, and
he didn't lose.
Point. I went out there.
And then on Tuesday they come on. We open his window. I'm finna play now. I mean, he's feeling good. Everybody else is all in moping and everything else. You would think they had just won the Super. I mean, Perrion Winfrey was having a grand old time in the locker room,
trying to carry his head coach's energy, keep it going.
He was feeling good. I'm finna play now.
He gonna realize when he get out there.
He get beaten down like the rest of
Did
them.
have I missed any super chats in the show, John, or am I good to go? I'm good to go. Good. Everybody, make sure you're subscribed to the DLLS newsletter. We need you there, okay? alldlls.com/newsletter. Make sure you're hitting the like button on your way out. We sure would appreciate it. And leave in the comments after the video what position group I should start with on these college guys. We'll talk about the Cardinals tomorrow, baby. Remember, you have no idea what anyone's going through. So be cool to everybody. We love you. Be easy.
Eliminate the contingencies.
I want to see you thrust.
We all silly like the mayor.